Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Our worlds are definitely in danger. As for today's video, we're going to be breaking down as well as discussing the Transformers Legacy Titan class Cybertron Metroplex, our latest reveal for Transformers Legacy. And if we thought that last week's Transformers Tuesday livestream couldn't get any better, oh my goodness, I was wrong, as this Cybertron Metroplex looks absolutely incredible. Now, to be honest, we have known for quite some time that Cybertron Metroplex would be our Titan class figure for Transformers Legacy. I believe we originally saw a leaked image of this guy around kind of the time that we saw the first wave of Transformers Legacy, I'd say around about October time. However, no official word from Hasbro, and I was actually quite surprised that they didn't officially reveal him as part of last week's Transformers Tuesday livestream, as they pretty much showed us off the entire second wave of the Deluxe, Voyager and Leader, and even briefly touched base with the Commander class. And considering that the Titan class is the biggest and most expensive price point product that Hasbro put out on shelves, I personally do think this guy deserved a live stream. But nevertheless, we've got here our first official look, and I've got to be honest to say this guy looks fantastic and is undeniably the most ambitious and the boldest Titan class figure that Hasbro and Takara Tomy have put out since, I would say personally, the Arc. The Arc, of course, was incredibly different when in comparison to say the likes of Trypticon, Metroplex and Fortress Maximus, but to actually touch base with a Titan class figure that isn't based on G1 is definitely unknown territory to Hasbro, and I'm hoping that this guy really does perform well, as personally I would love to see updated representations of more Transformers Cybertron characters. Now sadly, I never owned the original toy despite it looking awesome. It was slightly before my time, and whilst this guy does look great, it does appear as if though he will not retain one of the major gimmicks that we saw on the original toy, that being that sadly he does not include any of the Cyber Keys. Now granted, of course, we've moved on from those entire Cyber Keys with Cybertron and of course the Cybertron Metroplex, but still it would have been nice to just have maybe thrown them in here just for old time's sake, or of course just to harken back to that original toy like we see with some of their updated G1 Generations figures. But nevertheless, before we actually delve in and dissect these glorious images that we have here of Cybertron Metroplex, I'll just very quickly talk you guys through the official press release from Hasbro. So at a whopping 22 inches tall, Metroplex has 52 steps to transform him from robot to excavator mode. In robot mode, it includes a flip down wielding mask because safety is absolute paramount for this gigantic transforming sentient robot. So definitely really cool. It does appear as if though this will in fact be one of our largest Titan class figures coming in at 22 inches tall. However, there is a price increase, much like we've seen from some of the Voyager, Leader and Deluxe figures. Instead of being the, I believe, 150 to 170, the Titan class Metroplex this time round will cost basically $200. So definitely quite a significant increase. This guy is almost as expensive, I believe, as the HasLab Star Saber. So I'm definitely expecting really high things from this guy. But without further ado, let's dissect the images. So the first pic we have looks absolutely incredible. It is of course Metroplex wielding that wicked almost buzzsaw thing that actually comes out of the actual excavator mode. You can see in terms of robot mode, I think they've absolutely knocked it out of the park. He is very skinny, but that is how the original Transformers Cybertron Metroplex toy was. You can see how you can indeed actually store that massive buzzsaw thing on the back of this guy, and I just think the head sculpt looks so nicely done. At least from this image, it does give you the impression that the eyes light up, although there isn't in fact any mention of this guy having LEDs or sound effects. So I do simply think that it is basically just either very good light piping or maybe the trick of the light. But in terms of the actual robot mode design, I think they've knocked it out of the park. The torso looks so nicely done. Once again, sadly no Cyber Key ports, but setting that off to the side, I think the shoulders look so cool. It does in fact actually showcase that he will have an almost battle mask which can flip down, and it completely alters the look of this guy. That is really nicely done. I think that bot mode looks fantastic. And of course, one of the biggest improvements that this new Legacy Cybertron Metroplex will have over its original predecessor is basically the articulation is going to be greatly improved. So it does appear as if though we're going to be getting finger articulation, of course the signature War for Cybertron trilogy ankle rocker pivot, as well as waist rotation. And just judging by some of these images, maybe due to transformation, this guy will also include an ab crunch. But I just love how that blade does in fact actually become an actual handheld almost buzzsaw for this guy to wield. That just looks so nicely done. The attention to detail looks fantastic. I really do think they've done a fantastic job in actually carrying over some of the design traits from that original Cybertron toy. Here we have him in a slightly more squat position. To be honest with you guys, I'm not all that familiar as to what this is supposed to resemble, but he's definitely significantly shorter here when in comparison to his standard robot mode. Of course, we've got that flip down battle mask, or the wielding mask as they call it, and you can see how that almost claw arm does peg onto the forearm of Metroplex, and the buzzsaw also pegs onto the other side. So definitely looking super awesome. I think that head sculpt, where that mask is concerned, looks so nice. You can see how we've got some cannons actually attached to the shoulders. It does appear as if though this is going to be the back of the robot when we actually get him into this type of configuration. So that is definitely really shaping up to be an incredibly awesome Titan class. And then of course, to round things off, we do get some official images of the Excavator Mode, looking incredibly accurate once again to how the original Transformers Cybertron toy turned out. You can see how that massive blade saw actually attaches onto the front. You've got the huge claw at the back, and of course the treads there at the base. I just think it looks so nicely done. It does appear as if though that entire claw thing will be able to rotate the full 360, so that's definitely really awesome to see. And the attention to detail on the actual buzzsaw alone is super impressive. I think as far as the colours are concerned, once again, they've absolutely knocked it out of the park with that blue, gold, and even the silver trim around some of the cylindrical sections in the centre. Overall, definitely a lot better than personally I was expecting. And finally, taking a look here at the front box art for our Cybertron Metroplex, much like the recently revealed Commander Class Motormaster, it looks absolutely fantastic. I really do think Transformers Legacy has got by far some of the best artwork that we've seen from the Generations line in recent years, but Metroplex actually isn't the highlight of this box. In my personal opinion, it is quite clearly that we are in fact going to be seeing a Transformers Legacy Voyager class Inferno, as Metroplex does appear to be absolutely obliterating him with that massive almost chainsaw. So this does confirm that our Wave 3 Voyager assortment will consist of that of Beast Wars Inferno, and personally I'm just so damn excited. He's a character that I've wanted ever since we saw Transformers Kingdom, and to be honest, up until this point we really haven't seen any official clarification from Hasbro that we were going to be getting this guy, besides a few different rumours and of course leaked listings. Now granted, whilst the image isn't an actual representation of how the figure will turn out, personally I'm just so happy that this guy is definitely coming in Legacy. Otherwise, why else would they show him here on the front of the box art? But he's definitely not being treated very well here by Metroplex. He is being absolutely ripped to bits. You can see that abdominal sections turned into a million different pieces. All of his beast legs are all over the place. You can even see Kickback there at the base, just basically escaping the battle sequence. So overall, definitely looking really awesome, and I'll be sure to watch out for that Transformers Legacy Wave 3 announcement. But for me, the killer image is Cybertron Metroplex, fully extended in his standard robot mode, actually wielding that saw as a weapon. That just looks so awesome. So overall, definitely an incredibly awesome looking figure. I really do think they've knocked it out of the park where this guy's concerned, and as mentioned previously, this is without a doubt the most ambitious Titan class figure that Hasbro and Takara Tomy have put out, I'd say ever. Literally, I can't think of any of the other Transformers Titan class figures that are this bold when in comparison to what we've seen previously. I think that robot mode in particular just looks so nicely done. I am kind of bummed out that there doesn't appear to be any cyber keys with this guy, but overall, definitely loving what I'm seeing. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. I think that it's definitely safe to say that Transformers Legacy Wave 2 is shaping up to be significantly better when in comparison to their already decent Wave 1, but the deluxes for this wave are fantastic. The Voyagers look great, the Leaders look great, and of course the Commander being Motormaster / Menasor, and now our Titan class being Cybertron Metroplex. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is this a figure that you guys will in fact actually be adding to the collection? Do you guys think that Hasbro have maybe slightly over stylized this figure? Personally, I think they've done an absolute exceptional job in replicating the original design. And of course, be sure to let me know what you guys think of the price increase. Does this guy look as if though he will justify that $200 mark? I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, I'll be reviewing every single release from Transformers Legacy, so be sure to smash that subscribe button as well as hit the notification bell. And until my next video, I thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you then.